Good morning, peeps. Looks like another sunny day. Hope you're going to be enjoying yourselves as much as you can. So let's crack on. First of all, a shirt of the day. Do you know what shirt that is? From across the water. One of my passions. Okay, check that out. Second, let's do our answers from yesterday. First answer is, what's my torturing device? What is it? It's not a gavel. That's the answer to the first question. Is how long have gavels been in use in courts in this country? The answer is quite simple. Never. They are not used. So every time you see a television production or a film made from an English point of view, and they use a gavel, you know, ordering court. Rubbish. Never used. Now this, I'll give you a clue. This is at half of a bookend I bought once. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And this is a clue. It's a cricket bat knocker-inner. In order to prepare a bat, I don't know if the new ones are still the same. For use, you hit this. It's to pretend it's a ball, so it's a rounded end, and it bang. Now on the other end, this is the tricky bit. When you're trying to get the rubber on the end of a bat, what you do is you roll the rubber bit onto here. Then you can roll onto the end. Otherwise, it's a devil of a job. So there it is, from Gun & More. That's the logo I was going to show you. G&M, Gun & More, a cricket bat knocker-inner. How it's come into my possession, I do not know. If somebody wants to claim it, I think I've had it about 10 years or more. I don't know where the hell it came from. But I've never knocked a bat in with it. So, but it's always sat on my shelf. So that's a cricket bat, knocker-inner, and remember, not a gavel, and gavels never used in an English court. Right, moving on. Alan Turing was the man, was the hero of Bletchley Park, Alan Turing. And we saw a delightful video of the dog trying to get him to play fetch. And where's that statue? It's in Sackville Park in Manchester, just next to the canal, and it's lovely, a lovely spot. And I think it's a great idea for statues. I think all statues should be done of a person sitting on a bench, because it just brings the person into contact. The number of people who stop and have their photographs taken sitting on the bench next to Alan Turing, just endless, and it's just a lovely moment. Just never sticking your, like Abe Lincoln. I was asking people yesterday, where's the Abe Lincoln statue? Well, it's been all over Manchester. It keeps getting moved. It started in Platt Fields, but it landed up just off Deansgate. But it's standing on top of on a plinth, which is a bit out of touch with everybody. But if it had been Abe Lincoln sitting on a bench with his top hat on, people would have their photographs taken and they'd learn a bit. But anyway, moving on. We'll fight them on the beaches. We'll fight them on the landing grounds. We'll never surrender. Yes, it's great. You thought, there's Churchill's in the room here. So when did he make that speech? Well, he made it after Dunkirk. It's just wonderful. And I love the way his voice goes up when he's, we'll never surrender. I thought it's just you know, we're never going to surrender to this C-19, are we? So that's Churchill. What else have we got here? Let's see. Yes. Who was reciting Wordsworth? William Wordsworth is I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. Well, it was William Wordsworth. No, it wasn't. It was me. Yes, it was me. I wandered lonely as a cloud. I'm available for voiceover work at the drop of a hat. Just going back to this. I think it's lovely. I bought this in a charity shop. It's a pair of bookends. Here's a cricket bat and the stumps and the ball. And it says on the bottom, £3.50 bookends. and they were in a charity shop in Audley Edge, and I remember buying them thinking, God, I wish they had a load of those. Those would be my Christmas present. I needed something, an idea for Christmas. So you'd have a job making that for £3.50, wouldn't it? So I thought, worth every penny. Worth every penny. Bookends. Later, bookends, right. Oh, just one thing. I've had trouble, like everybody is, in remembering what day of the week it is. Not what date it is. So I've resorted now to my pillbox. So not only is it's a multifunction, it's a maraca and it's a pillbox. Plus, then unfortunately the letters are starting to rub off. But there's Monday, so it's the day I've had those. That's why I'm in a good mood. I've had those, and that's Sunday. So I know it's a Wednesday. No, it's Sunday. Well, it works anyway. I think it's a Sunday, isn't it? Goodo. Right. Hat on time. I'm going to take. I've spotted that it's number 7. Number 7. I'm going to put my hat on. Getting ripped off. Sky TV. So they made an announcement when the lockdown came on that they were going to broadcast all the current releases straight away. I thought that's a damn good idea. It'll be at a really reasonable rate because, I spend about £7 when I go to the cinema, but that seems a lot for a TV film. Until I looked, I wanted to see The Invisible Man. Over £15 they want. Oh, did they see us coming? It's okay. If there's 6 year in the house, that's not too bad. But when you're single Toddingtons like me, £15 odd for a film, that's comedy. So come on, Sky, sort yourselves out. Also, they weren't the first to turn around and say our sports channels aren't transmitting anything, so we're going to cut down. As far as I'm aware, BT did it automatically. BT Sport said, if you've got BT Sport, we're not charging you. I believe that Sky Sports turned around and waited for you to go to them, and then they said, oh, all right, we won't charge you. So, yeah, better sharp. Mind you, who's in charge? Right, so that's Sky. So, hats off to the general public, and I would hold your horses and see The Invisible Man. By the way, how many films have there been? Oh, sorry, no, I'm going to ask a simpler. When was the very first film involving The Invisible Man? What year? And who was the script advisor on it? Who was the script advisor on the very first Invisible Man? It's always a story I've liked. Don't know why. Right. Seven. That was 7. Oh, straight up. 8. Correction from yesterday. I keep calling it the fastest Indian in the West. Well, it's not. It's the fastest Indian in the world. Okay, so my apologies to all lovers of the film. And the film should be, as you can see, the fastest Indian in the world. Doesn't make the film any worse or better. It's just a thumbs up film. Have a look at it. Right, here we go. Number 12. Aha! As you know, I'm an avid online purchaser. Well, I've taken delivery of my latest game. Now, I thought it was called Football Winner, but I've got the box here and it says, who is the winner? Now, as you can see, what happens is you have elastic bands across here and you have coins, and in the middle is a gap, all right? So you have to thwack your ball or your what's-its through here. So eventually, one of you will have all of the counters. Once they're all on one side, they're the loser. Now, unfortunately, I can't play it on my own, so I'm going to have to wait till after lockdown. But there it is. Who is the winner? Strange title, but it's all the way from our friends in China. Not been ripped off this time. I forget who it was. I mean, the instructions are, if you want to become a pro at playing... Oh, Stanger, it says here. They must call it Stanger. It says here, at playing Stanger, you must develop the necessary skills, but there's also an element of luck to the game. Stay focused, because the pucks may knock into each other and fly back onto your side. It's exciting stuff. I love it when there's more instructions in Chinese than there are in English. Warning, you may find it hard to stop playing. Well, to be honest, my problem is I'm hard to start playing because I haven't got anybody to play with. All right. Okay. But that's Stanger. Yeah, there you are. Right. Let's have a look. 15. Book of the day. I was going through my library, extensive library. I said it's an extensive library of books that I've never read. I'm a bugger for buying books because I like the title or I like the cover. I've sold this with my Richard Seaman book, as I think I told you the other day. I actually bought the book and bought the audio version as well, but sometimes the audio versions are not available. And I bought this in 2005, and it says, "Is it just me or is everything shit?" Which, excuse me. Yeah, the Encyclopedia of Modern Life by Steve Lowe and Alan MacArthur, and it's interesting. Well, say one of the many things that irritates these guys is rave reviews. So I'll just say it's a very funny and recommend you buy it, unless of course you're a big fan of the Daily Mail. And there's one here, I love this. Baby name books. Nobody has ever found a good name in a baby name book because most of its entries are things like Hadrian, Dillis, Mortimer, and Binky. Oh, yes, of course, Adolf. The Collins Gem version genuinely points out under the entry for Adolf, spelt whatever you want, is that Adolf and the Latinized version of the name Adolphus have never been common names in this country and received a further setback with the rise of Adolf Hitler. You're not kidding. Setback, I'll say. Okay, it's just endless items. Most of them are unrepeatable in polite company, but you can sit there and make you giggle. Hare Krishna, Hari Bollocks. Oh no, I can't remember. Made me smile. That's is it just me or is everything shit? Mug of the day. Just squeeze that in. Hang on. Mornington Crescent. Okay. First question is, which line is Mornington Crescent on? Which underground line in London is Mornington Crescent on? Plus, I was going to ask which program this comes from, but of course I'm going to have to say it's. I'm sorry, I haven't a clue. I've always loved this book. I've even been to their stage show and even got a free WhatsApp. What's it called? And everybody in the audience had one, and you had to play along. But it's called a something. What is it? All right. And who were the 4 original contestants? Okay, it's something that I may come back to because I just love it. There's a round called the barcode round. It's just lovely. They give you Humphrey Littleton gave them a barcode and they had to guess what the item was. It's just so ridiculous. But Mornington Crescent, okay, and on the side here, it's actually got the initials of the. Can you see it? Yeah. Have I got news for you? Well, listen, that's 14 minutes. You've had your money's worth, and not for the first time. I've still got stuff on the list that I've not touched, but it's not been bad. It's been emotional as usual, and I'm going to wish you a happy Sunday. It's the 19th of April. This is my letter from the Sergeant's desk. I'll sign off now and say that's all, folks, and look after yourselves. Okay, see you tomorrow.